Yes. Ooh. This originally, let me get my little notes out here. This originally was an anime that debuted in theaters in Japan, 6 episodes, from 2015 through 2018. It is a kind of kind of a rehash of the original Mobile Suit Gundam, specifically the manga that was written by Yoshikazu Yasuhiko, which was, of course, written after. It's all of that. But Yasuhiko is a part of this anime. He was quite in charge of it. It was a big success, obviously. The story centers around the childhood and the early adulthood of Char Aznaiber, the guy with the mask, whom we know as, like, the bad guy. As well as the Red Comet, who's an ace pilot who is acting as your antagonist for the movie, or for the show, against your goody two-shoes good boy protagonist, Amuro Ray. But with this, he has re-edited himself. Yasuhiko re-edited himself, the anime, so that it could be in a 3-movie trilogy. So the first film is the, like, Char Sela arc. The second film is the Outbreak of War arc, and the final film is the Loam arc. So you're going to get all of that put into, like, into 3 little films, specifically done for the televised anniversary of Mobile Suit Gundam, the 45th one. So 45 years Gundam has been on TV. And that's just happy.
I mean, I'm a big fan of the first one because the RX-78 is just
it's so
the classic icon Gundam, beam rifle, beam sabers, the big shield. That is my jam. That is like it started everything too.
Yeah.
So
I understood most of the words that you just said.
Gundam is a show, it's really difficult to, find which Gundam you can recommend to people, because all of them, while they have the same themes, have a different way of going about those themes.
There's a Gundam for everybody.
And there's a Gundam for everybody. There was one exception, I'll talk about that in a second, but, like, the overarching themes are war bad, child soldiers, giant robots doing cool things. Those are, like, the 3 main points that Gundam goes over, and how they go over it is different in each one. That's why it's so difficult to find one that's like, oh yes, I can recommend this one to you. It's like,
yeah,
I don't know. I always recommend Gundam Wing as a default because it's just a really good one, and it's what brought Gundam as a big thing over here.
Here, let me run a test for you here. This hand of mine glows with an awesome power.
Its burning grip tells me to defeat you. Wait, yeah.
Take this,
No.
my love, my anger, and all of my sorrow, shining finger.
Yeah,
and also to you.
No, it's
the one that was the outlier for Gundam and is the one that is met with, like, the hit or miss is G Gundam, because instead of it being war bad, it is politics are interesting, but also what if instead of a war to talk about, like, classism, we decide to do Olympics, but with Gundam fights on Earth, and then we talk about the classism of the people that can't afford to live in space.
It's the one that we talked about has some slightly stereotypical Gundams, like Tequila Gundam.
Yeah,
and that's the one I was talking about.
Which it is important to note that every single country is brought or is talked about with that level of, like, possible racism, and everybody loves it.
Because I talked about that, like, Overwatch kind of did the same thing.
Yeah, this is the OG though. This is my jam.
Yeah, this is what started it. Because, like, we also have the movies that are available on Netflix as well that they've done in the past, like Char's Counterattack and everything, and Mobile Suit Gundam 1, 2, and 3. There's a Gundam for everyone if you like giant robots fighting.
This might be controversial, and I think I've asked you. I don't remember.
Yeah.
What is Gundam? What does it mean?
So Gundam, they're called Gundams because they're made out of Gundanium, So it's just notifying or signifying what material they're made out of.
But it's not one specific franchise?
It is, so Gundam itself is a franchise.
Okay.
In the universe, the robots that are called Gundams are called that because of the material they're made out of. It's a much stronger material, kind of like vibranium.
They're special.
They're special. But Gundam itself is a franchise. There's a lot of it, but each series is its own contained story.
Okay.
So it's like, well, what if we set Gundam here?
So the fact that I've watched animes about big robots doesn't necessarily mean I've watched a Gundam.
Correct.
I've watched Neon Genesis Evangelion, which is about children piloting big robots. But that doesn't count.
There is a bit of like they got inspired by some Gundam there, which is fair. Like Gundam again has been around minimum 45 years.
Yeah, and like Attack on Titan.
No.
That I knew didn't count because
No.
it's not.
They're not even.
They don't pilot it. It's just them.
Oh,
Yeah,
It's a whole
it's just them.
Anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah. There's a Gundam for everyone. Finding the right Gundam is what's the fun part.
Let's start with the RX-78.
But it started with that one. So if you want to start from the beginning,
I mean, you know me. If there are themes of anti-fascism, and if there's just really up stories.
Yeah, Gundam Wing. Immediately Gundam Wing.
Right.
It is so anti-fascist. It's great.
Yeah, we got you. We got you.
But also, it's good. It doesn't take itself too seriously. That's the one that has the scene where one of your main characters rips a birthday invitation in front of the girl that gave it to him, wipes the tear from her eye, and then says, "I'll kill you."
Iconic. Yeah, the more
in front of everyone,
the better.
by the way. This wasn't alone. This was in front of the entire school.
Iconic.
Yeah, that's the show you get. Please
Things
watch
that I
Gundam
would
Wing.
not have had the
boy,
courage
she's
to do in
going
high
down the
school,
road.
for sure.
Exactly.